welcome you to the USL Championship on the West Coast. Orange County Soccer Club ready to take on Rio Grande Valley from Irvine. Championship Soccer Stadium playing host. And with Corey Herzog, USL Championship legend Mike Watts on hand as well. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. They're presented by IPA Physio. And these teams are side by side in the standings right now. RGV, couple games in hand. The winner of this one moves level with Monterey Bay, 1 point out of the playoffs. Well, Corey, as you look at this Orange County team, defensively, they're starting to get it right. Now can they get the offense going with the same lineup 2 weeks in a row?
Yeah, you're hoping from that game last week, you're hoping you're building those relationships to bring those relationships into this game and hopefully get some goals. Just
10 goals scored on the season, 21st in the championship, 4 from the bottom. But maybe tonight it's the Alaskis that can get it going along with Corredio Shandina in the front line for Orange County. Our player to watch is presented by Omega Accounting. And how about Seth Kasipli keying the midfield tonight?
Yeah, he's a veteran player in that midfield. He'll know how to get the ball under control and lead that midfielder to get to the forwards who can score those goals.
So Seth Kasipli will try and help Orange County find some home success that they haven't really tasted of late. What we know about RGV, though, is that while traditionally they've always been great at home, that hasn't played out this year. It's on the road that they've gotten the majority of their points.
Yeah, and that's huge for a team to go on the road and pick up as many points as they have in those 6 games. But you do have to win your home games. But tonight is an away game, so hopefully they can pick up points here.
And hopefully that defense can stand tall and get a couple of goals as well. And Cristiano Francois is the guy that everyone in the league knows is dangerous, but whether or not he finishes is another task.
Yeah, he's one of those players that can create anything out of nothing, and hopefully tonight he can finish those chances, because this year he has those chances, but he hasn't been putting them in the back of the net.
Just 2 goals so far on the season for these Toros. Can Orange County pull the red cape out in front of these Toros? We're ready to go in Irvine. Orange County and RGV set to clash here in the Western Conference. We've got lineups and kickoff when we return after these messages and a word from your local station.
From north to south,
east to west,
from Laguna Beach to Irvine,
de Buena Park a San Clemente,
and all 34 cities in between.
For the last 10 years, this has been
Orange County's own
entertainment, community,
Campeones, colors,
Crest Pro Soccer Club.
Orange County's own community kit.
A few years ago, I was making cabinets and somebody gave this idea like, hey, why don't you make your beautiful doors to fit IKEA cabinets?
You know, we care about everything that goes into making a door or a panel or a cabinet. Designing a kitchen or even remodeling it, it's a difficult process. We're here to kind of bridge that gap between the vision and realizing that goal.
We're able to make everything in-house, handmade, handcrafted, beautiful product.
Tonight's match is presented by Massage Matters, the official massage partner of OCSC. By Hogue, the official hospital and healthcare partner of OCSC. And by Omega Accounting Solutions, your ERC and tax specialist today, your trusted advisor tomorrow. Gorgeous night here in Orange County. Mike and Corey to walk you through the Kimco starting lineup. This is the lineup that Morten Carlson, the head coach for Orange County, places same as last time.
Yeah, and it's good to have the same lineup as last game, just with those relationships, and hopefully they can get a couple goals here tonight and get the 3 points.
Meanwhile, the lineup for Wilmer and this RGV side, it's brought to you by Kimco Staffing.
Yeah, and you have Francois on the right, Lopez up top. Hopefully Francois can create some chances for Lopez tonight.
So Wilmer Cabrera and his son on the field as well, hoping to lead RGV. It will be a critical win for their season. They're looking for their third of the campaign. Same can be said for Orange County, side by side in the standings. As we approach kickoff here in Irvine on Bally Sports and ESPN+. Elvis Osmanovic is the referee for this occasion. This is 2 games for us tonight where Elvis is indeed in the building.
Hopefully it's a little more exciting than the last game.
We could hope so. That's Brian Olowski standing over the ball. There's the whistle from Elvis Osmanovic. Opening kickoff between Orange County and RGV on this Saturday night in the championship. Winner moves within a couple points of the playoff line this evening. Darcy strolling back, hit askew. Oceandina attempted to get under it, and RGV power the other way. Both these teams' primary color is orange, but it's RGV in the blue tonight. And a throw for Dogman. Karam's off that of Francois. Danger early. Nadarce now, the Cuban who's playing outside. That's unfamiliar. Davila. Over to Cabrera. Forward from Kinsner. And out for a goal kick. How about we take a look at tonight's keys to the game? They're presented by Afters Ice Cream. If you're RGV, you are the Road Warriors, so don't change that.
Yeah, picking up points on the road is huge for any team, and they've done it so well in the last 6 road games that they have, and another road game here for them to pick up just as many points as possible.
You know, for Orange County, stay together has a couple of meanings here. Stay together as a team, stay together defensively.
Yeah, and they just need to stay together. It's early in the season. Usually you don't see Orange County that low on the table, but it's still early. They need to stay together on the field and defensively, like you said.
Colin Shuttler sends it away. 4 starts. He's allowed just 4 goals since replacing Cody Cropper. Although you could say that this entire Orange County team has become a little more coalesced and solidified defensively since Morton Carlson took over. Davila got under it. Snap a second header down. Push into the back of Wilmer Cabrera Jr. Played at Butler and then into RGV with consistency, playing for his dad, the 55-year-old. With plenty of MLS coaching experience in his second stint leading RGV. Akwe. Good little step inside by Ricky Ruiz. Pushed up by Peterson. Nearly through for Francois. May have brought the wrong studs to the occasion. If he had brought the long studs, that would have worked out, but they are the wrong studs. Nothing in that. You know, this in some ways has 0-0 written all over it because RGV concedes so little on the road and Orange County can focus so much on the defensive end. But in speaking to Morton Carlson this week, there appears to be a continued push to get them in a better form offensively.
Yeah, and you only need that one goal to really get your team going, get the confidence in those forwards to get those chances and finish again. So like we said, you only need one chance for a forward to get his confidence and get in the groove.
And Milan Olowski with a little confidence is a good thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Akwe fell down. Scott picked it up, flicked it ahead. Olowski. Olowski is in! Milan Olowski gifted the opener for Orange County. He makes no mistake, and OC leads at home.
And as we were just saying, all they needed was that one chance. What a ball in. Great first touch here to cut across the defender. Use the outside of his right foot to put OC up 1-0 early in this game, and that's what they needed to get their confidence back.
Juan David Cabezas tried to grab his shoulder and impede him just a bit. He avoided the fate of a Charleston defender last night who did just that inside a minute, was sent off, and once Olaski had broken through, he finds a very important goal, his 5th of the season. And RGV is up against the ropes quite early tonight of their own doing. For Aquay, that is hugely unfortunate.
Yeah, and just to get enough of that touch across the defender by Olaski, he takes the defender out, and then it's one-on-one with the keeper, and he slots it home perfectly. The touch is what set up that goal, and it was a perfect one. Will be interesting how RGV reacts to that early goal, not conceding many goals, and now on the road conceding very early tonight.
It's only the 5th they've given up in 5 road games this season. It does set the tone and perhaps change the math here a little bit. When historically in your career you gave up a goal this early, and I'm sure it was infrequent, how many coaches say, okay, we're going to change how we want to go about this, and how much do you just hear coach say, everybody settle down, we got 85 minutes?
Yeah, you mostly hear coaches say, we just need to settle down, get through the next 85 minutes, and stick to our game plan. Don't get frustrated. Don't try to change and do too much, because that's when the second, the third, the fourth might come in.
Forced away by Nodarse. Picked up by Dogman. That's Scott, who read the trigger and went sprinting in on Aquay. But we take a look at the injury report, and we'll hold that for a moment. Watch out. Maybe a chance to chip it, and Olaski mishit it. That was hugely aggressive from Carlos Morancio, who's making just his 2nd start of the year.
Yeah, keeper comes out, makes not the greatest decision, but does what he had to do. And unfortunate for OC, they just can't put that on target because it's an open net. Could easily be 2-0 OC in the first 7 minutes.
Zulfagari Law Firm injury report. Those are the guys out for Orange County. Nothing reported officially for RGV, although they are down Ricketts and Benitez. Benitez got injured. That most recent game came off just after halftime. Pushed back by Scott. Long sprint here for Oceandina. Cuts that back into the penalty area. Down to Scott. And nearly through for Oceandina. Appeal for handball. Elvis Osmanovic saw nothing. And given away, if only to the touchline. There's Morton Carlson, the interim head coach here in Orange County.
And OC with a good chance there. Unfortunate not to get the cross and the timing of the run together.
Ball picked up by Davila. Knockham steps through. Field from Scott. That's quite the tackle from Nodarse. Covered by Kyle Scott. Swings the diagonal. They'll bring play back. They've had every chance to be something.
Yeah, definitely a tough tackle for Seth in there for his left ankle. Oh, no, Dogman, sorry. Left his left ankle out there in a hard challenge.
There's Wilmer Cabrera. This is his 3rd season in his 2nd stint. 5 years total leading RGV. Colombian national team, 48 caps as a player. from Marancio. Tyler Derrick had started the first 10 games of the season for RGV. Marancio stepped in for the 2-0 loss against Charleston and holds the shirt tonight. Kinsner. Cabrera after it, knock him, spins free, and give him back. Cabrera.
You can see two styles coming out. OC sitting back, letting RGV play around the back, and then you have when OC has the ball, RGV is pressing them very well.
I think at times RGV gets mislabeled as a team that just sits in a low block and just sort of invites it all the time. They do have a pretty consistent press at their best.
Yeah, when they go, and they go well together, as you've seen the last couple times. So it'll be interesting to see how long they'll keep that press up.
Akwe drives that diagonal in for Francois, who kept it, cut it back, and kept away from Lopez and pinged outside. Turn back here to RGV. And in over the top, chested down, the flag is up, this is offside.
And what a ball that is. Lopez, unfortunately, didn't time his run just right. Great touch by him. Unfortunately, just offsides there.
You know, we spoke a bit, Morton Carlson, about the goalkeeper situation. It's been Shuttler who's come in and been among the stretch here that's allowed them to stymie what had been a constant deluge of goals. He doesn't feel there's a 1 or 2 defined yet. For goalkeeper, that's always a touchy situation.
Yeah, definitely. You always want to have a goalkeeper that's your number one with that confidence, but it's good during the training to have two keepers that are battling for that number one spot, and you don't know who's going to get that spot until they prove it. So it's a good time for one of those keepers to grab it by the horns and take that spot.
A little bit of talk about role definition too, and that if everyone here at Orange County better understands their on and off field role within the game plan, but also where they stand amongst their peers, that can make a significant impact in turning this season around. And that's goalkeeper, but it's every position right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Spare a thought for Lamb. This is going to come with a card for dissent. That's a really early one for Owen Lamb.
It's a tough yellow to take right there early in the game. Changes your next 75 minutes of how you're going to play this game.
And trying to go up against Cabrera, usually isolated. Yeah. You understand there were no magic words as throwing the ball away. It's a SoCal Gas yellow.
And it's not like the ball went too far away, just threw it down hard straight up. It's a tough yellow to take 13 minutes into the game.
So Lamb now works on a 80-minute high wire act.
And if you're RGV and Cabrera, you should be going at them the next 80 minutes every single time as much as possible. Try to get them that second yellow if you can.
Header down by Nadar, saves taken by Oshandina, and that's a foul from OC. Lopez, Cabrera. Lopez kept himself onside. Angles and sends across. Scott. threaded that into space. Orange County on the run. Has the option outside instead, over the top for Oceandina, leaping to keep that away. Dogman, Nadarce got there. Corner, Orange County.
Good counterattack by OC. Picked out the right pass there. Kasipli just didn't hit it hard enough over the top, and the defender got a little flick on it. But Dogman picks up the scraps and almost gets it across.
True Path Alone's corner kick. The Lamb careful to place that very calmly, without any prejudice. Lamb delivers. Up and away, Cabrera finishes the clearance. Maybe there's more than that. Francois was out there. And this is Lamb. Olaski goes to work. Peterson kept his feet. Peterson crossing, Olaski, Oceandina! Pouring it on now. Orange County has their second. And the second of the season for Grande Oceandina.
And we said it 5-10 minutes ago, all you needed was that one goal to build that confidence in the forwards, and look what's happened. They've scored one, now they've scored twice. What a dummy by Olaski to let that go through. Not sure if he was trying to flick it or not, but good thing he let it go through because it's an easy tap in at the back post. Great little move there, great ball here. Tried to flick it, luckily he didn't get it. Maybe he gets the assist if he touches it, but great goal by OC and up 2-0 early in this game.
The stick-to-itiveness from Peterson, and Oceandina puts Orange County 2 goals ahead on the night, and the goal presented by Hogue.
Oceandina looking at the net wide open. Easy finish he's going to have all year. Great focus to keep that down under the net.
And now if you're RGV, you might start to question things.
Yeah, definitely. Giving up half the goals that you've already done in 6 road games. They need to stay calm, don't get frustrated, and try to stick to the game plan as much as possible. But definitely don't give the third.
Oceandina was calling for it. He's got it. Nadarce gave him a little hug. Oceandina will chase. He'll get toward the end line. He'll slide in to help keep it. Now Akwe puts out the fire.
And you can see just with those 2 goals, you can see the confidence coming out of OC now. Oceandina taking that ball down, running it down, getting there first, and winning a 50-50 challenge there. Unfortunate, it didn't pop out to him.
All the way back to Shuttler. Olaski, the fastest goal of the season for Orange County. It took 3 minutes, 55 seconds off a defensive miscue. Olaski rolling centrally. Pulled back by Kasipli. Meanwhile, RGV 0-4-2 this year when they concede first. Yet to win in their last 9 matches when they concede the opening goal. It was September last year they last achieved that.
Let alone 2.
Yeah, true enough. I have to dip into the archive for that kind of info. And for Oceandina from Dogman. Held up by Francois. Here comes Orange County. Peterson, Dogman. Akwe got in the way, and it's merely an Orange County corner.
You can see OC's up for this game with the confidence of the early 2 goals. You can see it grooming out of all the players there.
Hey fans, Cabanas are back again for the 2023 OCSC season, so don't miss out all the fun, exclusive amenities they have to offer. Cabanas designed specifically for group outings in mind and include 20 match tickets, a private bar for you and your guests, You can book your premium experience today at orangecountysoccer.com/premium. It did credit Olaski, by the way, with an assist, whether or not it's phantom or not. True path corner.
Gotta love that assist.
Yeah,
Trying to score a goal, touches it, open net. I think he's going to be in the locker room saying he dummied that on purpose.
Absolutely. If he olayed it, he may have changed the airflow around it. Ball through. That was Lamb still forward. Morancio tosses ahead. So technically, goal and an assist for Olaski tonight. He's now got 5 and 3 respectively on the year. Ball through. Francois was weaving around Dogman. Ruiz had a good idea. Finally, Ruiz able to win it back. Milan Olaski. Brilliant from Orange County. Took 2 players out for a moment.
Yeah, you can see the rotation and the understanding of where the players are, just moving the ball smartly, finding those spaces that are the triggers for RGV that you don't want him to get into.
Scott saw Francois out of the corner of his eye. The 4 blue shirts span out. Ruiz. Cabrera has an overlap. Cabezas pivoting through Davila. Nadarce. Overhit by Taylor Davila. Orange County, anything stand out to you at this stage? You're 20 minutes in. Sure, you've got the 2 goals, but was the coalition finally seen that maybe they haven't?
Yeah, definitely. In the first 20 minutes, they've played well. They've moved off the ball well. Their players are playing together. Like we said, they're playing together, and it shows on the scoreboard what they're playing together with 2-0 lead.
First caused by their pressure, second in a transitional moment. And dropped in for Dogman. Wasn't able to thread for Oshandina.
Oshandina, maybe make that run in behind, want the ball, just scored a goal, get another. Be aggressive.
His energy tonight's been great.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what happens when you score a goal early. And it doesn't even have to be you scoring the goal. It can be somebody random. Ilaski gets the goal, brings everybody up. And you can see it. That's what led to the second goal right there.
That's a free kick for Orange County. In behind, offside. Flag is up. It's Brian Olaski trying to get in on the act. Orange County SC heads on the road the rest of June. Back here at Championship Stadium on Saturday, July 1st. Monterey Bay travels down the Gold Coast for the start of Summer Beer Fest. Tickets will sell out, always do. So get yours today, orangecountysoccer.com/tickets. That beer garden they set up for Beer Fest is choice.
Oh, sounds lovely.
It's a good way to open July. Slide in there to retain Orange County. Player down for RGV, and that's sent all the way down to Morancio. And it's the captain that's down. Cabezas. You get chopped by Scott a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a knee to the back of the calf, dead leg. Gonna run it off, but he'll feel it tomorrow. Top of the calf, worst spot.
Wilmer Cabrera actually signed Cabezas initially in Houston in 2017. Last year, over 2,000 minutes for the side. He's had some injuries in the past, but they speak glowingly about his leadership on the field in game and then in training and in the dressing room.
Yeah, I remember playing against him. One of those players that just you never want to play against.
Your eyes just popped open in a way that I completely understood before you said a word. Cabezas. Apparently that dead leg isn't too much of an issue. That's a clean switch.
He'll run it off in 5 minutes, but then tomorrow morning we'll wake up and remember that tackle.
Siphoned off by Alaski. Wrong-sided Cabezas. Akwe steps through. Forward from Ruiz. Dancing at the top of the penalty area, Lopez. Ruiz. Ruiz got the shot away. That's quite the sliding block for Orange County.
It's a great block. Great move by Ruiz to get it onto his left foot. Great strike, but an unbelievable sliding block right there. And that's what OC wants to see defensively.
Ruiz has a little flair to his game, doesn't he?
Yeah, I love it. Doesn't even have to touch the ball to make a defender move. One part of my game I've never had.
Never quite attained that.
No, I don't want the ball that long at my feet. I don't think I've ever dribbled by somebody in my career. Unless it's the keeper.
Yeah, I was going to say, that can't be entirely true. I've seen you do it. With Darce inching forward, they've switched the wingers. Move Francois off onto the left. Not that that helped on that particular occasion. You know, you mentioned Cabezas was one of the guys that you in your eyes, again, they popped open like a guy you don't want to see. Is there ever anyone in the league where you thought you almost needed to see the roster as soon as possible to see if someone was in the lineup and you thought, oh boy, here we go?
Yeah, one of them was Tainter from Sacramento when I was in Reno, and that just, we liked each other, but just physically, he would always just put the elbow in when you're running across, just stuff like that. And it's just, as a forward, you don't want that because you don't get to get in your groove, feel comfortable on the field. And it's just one of those defenders that you just look and you're like, oh.
That would get you Defensive Player of the Year in the league like he did last year in San Antonio.
There you go. There's a reason he got it.
And he's kind of the perfect fit for that San Antonio team, right? Like
100%.
He leads everybody in having that kind of mentality.
100%. He's going to run through not only the ball, not only the player, the brick sign in the back. And I don't want to be in between that, to be honest.
Well, Corey, if you call this commentating thing off and jump back into the game, regrettably, I think you've just given Mitch a leg up.
Yeah, we'll see in the next a year or two, see what happens.
Who knows? This ball ricochet out, belong to Orange County. 2-goal lead here, if you can believe it. This is a long time coming if you're an Orange County fan. Milan Alaski has got the 5th best goal scoring rate per minute in the league over the last 3 seasons. Takes him about 170 minutes to find a goal. Today, it took just 5. And Corredio Shandina in the 17th minute. Orange County 2 goals ahead. Scott plunks this down for Alaski. Rip back through Davila. This is enticing. That's a lot of real estate for Wilmer Cabrera. Feigns inside, and he lost the handle. Scott scoops it up.
A little too much there. You just need to make one move, get just enough space where you can get a shot off. You don't need to beat the defender totally to get your shot off. You just have to have the ball width to get past the defender and have a strike.
What a ball over the top. Pulaski's offside. He backheels it in just to be entirely sure, but there is no VAR. And it's going to be real difficult from our angles to have any idea. Yeah, not going to know from that.
As a forward, I say he's onside.
You always would. It was instantaneous from the AR. What is it that the teams have with the widest possible view? Is it Spidio?
Yeah, Spidio.
Yeah, someone will let us know from.
Oh, he's going to check that as soon as the game's over. Yeah. I always did. Walking off halftime. Was I offside? And then when they say, yeah, you're like, I don't think so.
Cabezas didn't get that right. And meanwhile, he stepped forward, allowing Scott onto the ball. And into space. It's Oshandina who's running level with Nadarse. Nadarse saw Oshandina coming around, and he'd rather put that into Los Angeles County than deal with that. Corner.
Interesting, because I thought Oshandina touched it last, so if he just shields that out, it's a goal kick, but maybe we didn't see it as he did, or he felt that Oshandina might be able to get around him.
True enough.
Felt like I've seen this clip every time there's a corner. Him running over the same trot, place the ball like you said.
Delicately.
Yeah.
True Path Loans corner kick. Rainbow flags on all four corners league-wide to begin Pride Month. That's a new wrinkle. Here's Lamb. Speared away. Olaski. This is a lot of bodies on the floor. Finally, across the top of the 18. It comes to Olaski, nearly through for Lamb. That was a human game of dominoes.
I'd love to see how many players hit the floor there. Holy cow.
Launched up by Dylan Powers. Oshandina, keeper's out. He's gotten back. Oshandina, central, pirouetting. Scott. And RGV has done just enough to get back in position.
And you can just see, like we said, the confidence coming out of OC, the player movement, the playing for each other. It's just glooming right now. And hopefully they can get another one before halftime.
Seeking Oshandina on the elevated through ball. And now Ruiz goes down. This has got to be the best 32 minutes Orange County has played all season. And perhaps it's no mistake that this is healthy as they've been all season. Even the striker, Mark McNulty, who's been sick the last couple of weeks, is back in the 18, although he doesn't start. They've also been able to play the same lineup back-to-back, which they haven't done all season. So Orange County, there's an element of, didn't matter who the manager was, for them to fail to get results at the outset. But now they're starting to get some weapons back. That hit through. RGV has latched onto this, but Shuttler cuts it off.
And as a team, when you can go back-to-back games with the same lineup, that's a huge confidence boost, not only for the coach, but for the team to be able to play together and know, hey, we're doing this again, let's keep going.
Well, that was not how that was supposed to go. This will be a corner for RGV, and it did not come out of much. Well, maybe this is a lifeline for RGV back into the game. Lopez is going to get real tight to Shuttler, and it's Ruiz that launches. Shuttler came for it. It's knotted away. Put up by Coronado. That's kept in play and cycled back in front of goal. Knockham totally willing to allow Shuttler to come in and knock him down. And the threat.
Yeah, not sure what the keeper's doing there. Comes out, mistimes it. Fortunately enough for him, nobody's there for the back post run. But unbelievable cross here. And then Lopez just coming straight through, letting the defender know he's going to be there all night. Takes out both of them.
Well, you can't blame Lopez for that, right? That was just sort of sitting there for the taking.
Yeah, 100%. Nobody's going to jump on that.
Lopez has always kind of been that guy, though. He can be a little bit of a gnat in the final third.
Yeah, I like that about him.
Mm-hmm.
You want the defenders to not like you. That means you're doing well.
Ruiz. That sneaks through. That's really clever stuff. Into Davila, who played up the road at LA Galaxy 2 the last 2 seasons. Galaxy Academy player that came out of Real SoCal initially. A little bit closer to home now. And that's why you pay for insurance on the cameras. Hopefully David followed the cardinal rule. Always protect the equipment.
Which equipment?
All the equipment. That'll skip through. Ask a few questions in the back line. No pressure from Cabrera. He's joined by Coronado. Not into those side premium seating. A reminder that OCSC has new premium options for this season. New GA box just above the bleachers, new field box sections now available. Now makes 4 premium seating experiences here at the Champ, along with the cabanas and that field MVP seating. Puts you right in the action. Book your experience today. OrangeCountySoccer.com/premium. Push in from Knockham. Apparently didn't knock him hard enough. Cabezas, Akwe, spits out the other side. Up from Kinsner. And this struck from a long way out. There's a lot of contact in there. The slide from Dogman. And it's offside. And not to be for Francois.
Yeah, interesting if he stays on side there, what the ref will call. But fortunate for OC, he's offsides.
If he's not offside, that's probably a penalty,
yeah,
right?
I think so.
That's a rare instance where Orange County has dodged a bullet this year. Scott. Francois racing back into the picture. Now Oshandina. He's going to angle wide and knock it off Nodarse for a corner. And here comes the long winding trot from Lamb back into the corner.
And you can see Dogman wanted that ball into space. If he makes that run, Oshandina can either play him or cut inside and see what the defenders are going to do. But fortunate enough for OC, another trot over for a corner.
This is about half of Owen Lamb's output tonight.
Getting those running stats up.
Galaxy 2 guy mentioned the return of Davila to the SoCal area. Was a teammate with Lamb. It's Cal State Fullerton alum. True Path Loans corner. Owen Lamb. Punch straight back, and Lamb will settle for a throw after Marancio sent it away. Oshandina extricates himself. Cabezas couldn't win it back. And it's Scott who pays the price. How's that for MVP seating? You're part of the game now.
Yeah, right.
Dogman. That was a foul. It looked like the turf monster may have had him.
Looks like a little pull on the back.
That felt a little bit like Lucy pulling the football.
Not much there, like you said. Looks like his feet just came out from under him and his arm was out.
It's a momentum question, I
Yeah.
suppose. Olaski, Akwe. I mean, Olaski was just tossed out of this argument. And knock him. Set piece for Orange County in the 41st minute. That is a whistle blown against Knockham, who got a piece of Akwe. That had a chance from a really weird angle of being a free kick Olympico of sorts.
Wonder what the percentage is when before the free kick a ref comes and talks to you and then you commit a foul and he calls it. It's got to be up in the 90s.
Astronomical,
yeah.
right?
Like it happens every time.
Were you going to say the hundreds? Well, can't out-cheat a cheater, I guess.
Yeah.
Akwe rolling over. And Kinsner. Going from Cabrera. There's Cabrera on the other side. And the tackle in by Peterson. Akwe stabs it forward. Ruiz. Again, it's one too many.
Yeah, he needs to hit that on the second touch. I think he's trying to get it on his favorite left foot, but he needs to hit that right foot as soon as possible. Just giving time to the defenders to be able to get back and block their shots.
You know, we talked about his sort of flash earlier, and it's great in the right moments. Another ball lashed in behind. Olaski, you know he can pull the trigger, instead rolls it wide. Brian Olaski all the way through Dogman. Pushes it in, but it's offside. And Orange County's third is wiped off the board. That appeared to be a high arm from Cabezas. He flips his hand back as if to say no chance. Scott, player still down. Scott the target from Olaski. We'll take a look back at the play a moment from now. But quite the opportunity for Orange County. Both these sides have an argument to be made that offside flags have been the bane of their existence tonight.
Not sure how he would be offsides being as a left back coming into the play late. Would love to see it.
Toward Lopez, there's Shuttler. Lopez saying that hit an arm, it's going the other direction. Let's go back to that offside call. It's when the ball's released. Is there a touch from Olaski maybe? Otherwise, there's really no question here.
He's outside the 6, and one of the RGV defenders is inside the 6.
Going to bounce into the stands. RGV has just 5/100ths of an expected goal at this point. Attempt to do a little give and go here on this near touchline. Cabezas, great step on Scott. Davila has support entering, and this struck from range. One hops into the waiting grasp of Shuttler.
Not a bad effort, but Shuttler does well there. Bounces right before him, not to give up a rebound.
One additional minute here at the end of the first half. Brought to you by Zulfagari Law Firm. Do they defend against offsides? Dubious offsides?
Yeah.
Whoa, what a catch. That's applause. That's deserved. Wow. Might have been the best highlight I've seen all night, and there were 2 goals in this game. As a player, do you ever see someone make a catch in the stands and go, wow?
You know who it usually is? Oh, in the stands. I was going to say trainers.
On the bench, yeah.
Trainers love going after the ball.
They do.
Yeah, try to get that highlight reel. Multiple trainers that I've played with go for the diving catch or try to get the ball just to get some TV time, I think.
Well, he's done it.
Yeah. Got to go one hand next time.
Asking a lot here. Well, there's the minute. There's the half. That is the most comprehensive 46 minutes Orange County has played in maybe all season, maybe the last year and a half.
Yeah, definitely. OC's got to go into this half happy. But if you're RGV, you got to go into this half, still stick to the game plan, try to come out, get one early, and figure something out.
Well, Dogman's out here saying, what about my goal? Oshandina walks off the field. He does have a goal. And the 19-year-old bags one in the 17th minute. Milan Olaski, the earliest goal for Orange County all season. 3 minutes and 55 seconds into the game. IPA Physio presents your halftime report. Orange County 2 goals ahead on RGV with critical points on the line. Back in a moment after these messages and a word from your local station.
At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there's no one better at getting you back to you. Orthopedics and spine, it's all we do.
So we're getting that house we told you guys about.
You're buying a house?
Yeah. Soldiers get VA loan guarantees.
Yeah, no money down.
Well, my office gives us free bagels.
That's cool.
Yes. I'll get you the file.
Sounds intense.
Clients. What do you do?
Retired?
Tech?
Nah, Army.
Huh. Check your spam folder.
One of the main treatments we work on with the players is treatments that focus in on lower extremities. We want to make sure that we maximize flexibility and minimize stiffness in the hips and legs. During the session, we incorporate stretches, IASTM, percussive therapy, and cryotherapy. The session is really tailored to the needs of the athlete being treated.
Recovery is a crucial part of every athlete's performance. We're excited to be working with OCSE again to help the team recover throughout the season.
Back in Orange County, IPA Physio presents your halftime coverage here. IPA Physio is the official physical therapy partner of OCSC. Mike Watson, Corey Herzog back with you. The festivities ongoing at the Champ. Get you caught up with schedules upcoming. Let's start with Orange County. It's brought to you by Destination Irvine. So the destination will not be Irvine. It's going to be scattered all over the West here for the next couple of weeks. Colorado Springs, Tulsa, Detroit, and they finally get home on July the 1st. If they go get some points here on the road, their whole season will look different by the time they get back here.
Yeah, 3 points tonight. If they could pick that up and then get on the road and get some points there, they'll start climbing up the table.
And then on July the 8th, they get to go to RGV, so HEB Park, where dreams go to die. Should be an enjoyable experience for OC, unless RGV is able to turn around that home form. Here's their upcoming slate. They've got Miami at home on the 10th, and maybe that's the turnaround for them. Colorado Springs at home, and then that trio of road games, that Sacramento game and Oakland game, we'll see them in California for a 4-day stint.
Yeah, tough schedule there. They need to win, start winning their home games. They're getting points on the road, but the home games are the most important. That's where you need to pick up 3 points.
So far, they've only got 4 points in 7 home games this season. Plenty going on here at the Champ. Fans making their way over to the aforementioned beer garden and enjoying the beauty of a nice night in Southern California. OC 2 goals ahead. Back in a moment with more IPA Physio halftime coverage.
Are you ready? Ready for more of the game you love? Ready for more players and more teams? Ready for more stadiums, for more fans in more cities? This is a different league. The USL Super League. Built for the future of women's soccer. Bridging the journey from youth to pro, connected to the global game, and bringing it all closer to home. Are you ready?
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Halftime is presented by IPA Physio, the official physical therapy partner of Orange County Soccer Club. 2021 champions trying to find their swagger. They're up 2-0 on RGV at the half with Corey Herzog, Mike Watts. How about we show you some USL news and notes, championship and beyond. Welcome to Pride Month, everybody. As the USL has partnered with You Can Play in honor of Pride Month. Find out more, uslchampionship.com/news. All the details, activations league-wide here this weekend. You and I had a chance to see the renderings. We haven't been inside this mythical Indy 11 stadium, but it's the kind of thing you dreamed of once upon a time.
Yeah, definitely. And what they're doing there in Indy and what they're going to be building is exciting for the league and especially for Indy 11.
And meanwhile, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, they met last year in the Open Cup, went to extra time at a quarterfinal on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, Birmingham Legion welcome Inter Miami, who've got a new head coach at the helm. Phil Neville is out despite leading the team the Open Cup quarterfinals. Meanwhile, scores around the USL Championship at this stage. It's been a pretty wild night, all things considered. where to begin? Tampa Bay, Sacramento, maybe, or how about San Antonio, San Diego, which is somehow still a game.
Yeah, it's exciting games tonight with Phoenix, Pittsburgh winning 1-0 against Phoenix, Tampa, Sacramento tying 1-1, and San Antonio taking an early lead on San Diego 3-0, and then getting a red card with San Diego coming back right now 3-2.
Your scoreboard brought to you by Euro Soccer Trips. That Hartford-Louisville game, thrills. Real heart-stopping thrills. Meanwhile, there are plenty of games upcoming here in the midweek for you to keep an eye on. How about Loudoun, Tulsa, San Diego, Sacramento? Charleston and Detroit has a little Ben Pierman magic in it. That San Diego-Sacramento game, especially with San Diego and the way it went against San Antonio, there's a little juice in that one.
Yeah, definitely. That San Diego-Sacramento game will be another California rivalry. It'll be exciting to watch, and I'm excited to see that.
And how about San Antonio and El Paso? Watch out, Locomotive have trucked their way all the way to the top of the power rankings these days. Upcoming schedule brought to you by Destination Irvine. Here is the destination. Irvine, California, with the sun setting. Orange skies overhead. All orange thus far. 2-0 OC for RGV. This has been the IPA Physio halftime report.
A few years ago, I was making cabinets and somebody gave this idea like, hey, why don't you make your beautiful doors to fit IKEA cabinets?
You know, we care about everything that goes into making a door or a panel or cabinet. Designing a kitchen or even remodeling it, it's a difficult process. We're here to kind of bridge that gap between the vision and realizing that goal.
We're able to make everything in-house, handmade, handcrafted, beautiful product.
When you are killed by a drunk driver, you become nothing but a stick figure on a police report. Your death will be a story never to be told by you, and justice will never be served. Last year, nearly 13,000 stick figures were drawn by officers after a drunk driving fatality. It will take everyone to eliminate drunk driving, so that no one ever has to tell your story from a police report.
Tonight's match is presented by Massage Matters, the official massage partner of OCSC. And once again, the Noah Benadou Foundation wants to remind fans to never drive drunk and get home safely. How about we walk you through the first half highlights here? They're brought to you by Turf Newport Beach. Turf Gym is located in Newport Beach, and we start very early, 3:55 into the game. Scott wins it off of Akwe, who fell down. Alaski, that's easy money.
Yeah, and that touch Alaski takes across his defender there, sets up this goal, and it's a great finish with the outside of his right foot.
Alaski would find his 5th goal and his 3rd assist of the season here tonight, and Orange County has their earliest goal of the campaign. Aforementioned assist. Ghost assist, who cares? He doesn't. Peterson keeps his feet. Alaski the target, but it's Oshandina.
And that goal comes off Alaski's run to the near post, dragging that defender. Not sure if he meant to let it go through, but it opens up the net for Oshandina, and a great finish by him.
And Oshandina grabs his 2nd goal of the campaign. 2-0 Orange County at halftime. How about we show you the first half stats brought to you by the Savvy Law Group. And Orange County hasn't had more of the possession, but, you know, they've been okay with that. They've been very transitional and impressive when they do.
Yeah, they're very dangerous while going forward, and possession doesn't matter if on the scoreboard you have more goals.
So Orange County with a star above their crest, welcome back one of their own. This was pregame. Kobe Henry, who was sold to Reims over in France last year, finally gets back home to try on his championship ring for the first time. Oliver Weiss hands over the goods, and the crowd applauding as Kobe Henry returns to Southern California after his first campaign overseas. And the summer break begins with a new piece of jewelry. You love to see that.
Love to see that.
Kobe Henry, outstanding center back, and bigger and better things ahead. He's already been around the fringe of the U.S. national team. All the while, he's cheering for this team to pick up a much-needed win. It'd be their third of the season, and don't forget, they came into the night just 4 points away from 8th place. For all that's gone wrong in the opening 13 games of the season, they are not that far away from being right back in playoff contention. And it's been a kind of funny night around the league in that the rich have not entirely gotten richer, so to speak. Out east, the Louisville dropped points, Tampa Bay dropped points. Meanwhile, out west, Sacramento dropping points. San Diego is just maybe a minute or two away from falling to San Antonio. No, San Antonio and San Diego appear set to drop points. Mitchell Tainer scores in the 6th minute of stoppage time, but it's on the wrong net. It's an own goal, and San Diego is pulled level there. Ball in front, that's going to ricochet around. Lopez was the target. Meanwhile, Loudon is level with Monterey Bay at the half. So everybody seems to be dropping. Take a look at this. Bryce Jamison on for Corradi Oshandina, got the goal in the first half in the 17th. Sub brought to you by Mediquip, turning setbacks into comebacks. Designed corner kick. Cabezas will chase it down. Good first half by Oshandina.
Yeah, great first half, was aggressive, finished his opportunity, and got his goal that he needed.
Cabezas. That San Diego-San Antonio game has now just gone final. San Antonio was 3 goals up after 16 minutes, suffered a red card 4 minutes later, and San Diego gets 3 goals in the final 15 minutes in stoppage time. Pull out a draw tonight in San Antonio. Don't you want to see Nate Miller's face after that furious comeback?
Yeah, that's unbelievable. 15 minutes, 3 goals.
Wow. And Nick Moon got sent off. I mean, this had all of it. Service across here will push all the way out from Robert Coronado. So how does that all affect the standings? Well, right now, Orange County would move up to 10th over RGV. They'd be 2 points off Monterey Bay if they're able to hold on to their draw. Meanwhile, Sacramento still 3 points ahead of the pack, but El Paso has a game in hand. San Antonio and San Diego entered 2 points apart, and they'll finish the night 2 points apart in the top 4. Brian Olofsky sent chasing. How much scoreboard watching did you do when you were in the league?
A lot, definitely. Trying to figure out where teams are going, and after the game you come in, see how many points you did climb the table, or if in a bad circumstance, how many points you didn't climb the table. So it's interesting when you come in at the locker room after a win, you don't look at it right away, but when you lose, you look at it right away.
Pumped up field. Cabrera trying to catch the second ball. Good execution from Orange County. Brian Olofsky layers it forward. Initial touch, now the cross. And the run of Jamison arriving. Orange County will reload here. Angle this back the other way. Header sent away by Kinsner.
OC starting just like they did in the first half. Aggressive, getting their chances. Hopefully they can finish one soon.
Stay with Orange County. Eventually, they're going to run out of places to throw this thing. Jamison off of Akwe. Lamb. Not to be for Juan David Cabezas. You know, part of our conversation with Morten Carlson this week, he's a month into his tenure now. This will cross the 1 month mark before they play again. They'll get out over the line. And yet with the results still not quite there, but they've started to get the defensive element right. Now they've got a couple goals here in the first half against RGV. Said the vast majority of our focus is on us. We're not at the point worried about others. Olaski to Olaski is offside. Didn't really spend a lot of time necessarily talking in our chat with him about Rio Grande Valley. It was about finding Orange County's best 11, finding tactics, finding consistency.
Yeah, and you want to find that within your team. You don't want to, when something's not going right, you don't want to try to look at other things. You want to look at the core of the team, what we need to figure out, come together as a team and figure that out. In the first half, they did do that, and that's why they're winning 2-0.
I think the word clarity is one that you hear with him a lot. Sort of the basis of the whole philosophy. If you understand what you're supposed to be doing, that's half the battle.
Definitely.
Francois. Davila. Caroms into Francois. Big swing from Kasipli. Francois kept it alive. It's Kinsner. Coronado. Pirouette from Ruiz. We've overloaded Cabrera over here. Effort at goal comes swinging back in from Cabezas. Of course, when Orange County won the title in 2021, it was with an interim manager. Richard Chaplow, who ended up holding the job for close to 2 years. Relieved of duties just over a month ago now, just short of a month ago. That's a foul, and that's going to come with a card here. And that's Davila who's put in the book. That's the second card of the game, he and Lamb. SoCal Gas yellow card. Third card in 12 starts for Davila. Overcooked it for Kasipli.
It's the right idea there. Just needs to play that ball on the ground. Find Seth right there. They're running at the defenders.
Taken away by Jamison. Olaski, Kasipli. Back for Olaski. Olaski trying to break through. Collision at the goalkeeper, Marancio. Quickly distributes.
Just couldn't get the ball under control, get his feet going. Good movement by OC there. Just unfortunate to get not under control.
There's Kasipli. Drives it through now. That's the offside flag rearing its head again, and Milan Olaski crashing into Carlos Marancio. There's the first play with Brian Olaski.
Just hits his knee as it's coming in. And here it's close. Aye. Keeper comes straight through him.
So Milana Losky get attended to here by the athletic trainer, just shy of 10 minutes into the half. No player in the league shot the ball more than Milana Losky. Such the case for a player who won the Golden Boot last year.
Yeah, if you aren't shooting, you ain't scoring.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
There you go.
He took quite the shot there. One that he probably wishes he had missed.
Yeah, I think the keeper took a shot on him.
Losky will hobble this off. Fans, still time to go check out all the new merch for 2023. New women's collection, new sweatshirts, new OCSC quarter zip. Go to OCSCshop.com. Grab yours tonight. There's Olowski trotting back in, and one of the new kits this year. Orange County re-up in the orange.
It'll be interesting here if RGV can get something going, get a goal here in the next 5-10 minutes, make the last 30 minutes a good competitive game.
Or just play out a San Diego situation, wait until the 75th and bang 3 in down the stretch.
Yeah, they'll take that too.
Cabezas into Francois. Flick that, trying to keep it. Orange County will recover through Brian Olowski. Coronado's not pleased with that. Another of the Cal State Fullerton crew that's gone on to a pro career. Back here for Shuttler. I'll raise your pulse. Cabezas. Cabrera, Cabezas. There's the switch.
Not exactly what he was trying to do there. Needs to whip this across, give your players a chance to get on the end of it.
Substitution coming. This will be Duilio Herrera. 7th appearance off the bench, 9th overall. You know, Francois, they tried to sneak him in off that right-hand side a handful of times in the first half, and then his role within the game seemed to dissipate. Sub brought to you by Mediquip, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Yeah, he's one of those players that need touches on the ball at all times, and tonight he just didn't find the ball in those spots. He made a couple good runs, but didn't find the spots where he wanted and didn't create the chances that you know he can create one night.
And he's still just trying to get really going. You know, you talked to Wilmer Cabrera at the start of the year, and he was the first to acknowledge didn't have a great 2022, but we think we can help move him along. Every coach believes they can get the best out of him, and when we do see the best out of him, it's usually pretty special, yeah.
Yeah, he's one of those players that just builds off confidence. Once he scores that goal, once he makes that play, you're just going to get more and more out of him each game. Unfortunate for this year so far, doesn't have that right now, but it's still early in the year and still early for RGV to get him going.
This is good from Orange County. Jamison stares down to Darce. Akwe came to help. Taken away by Lopez. He barrel rolls down. That's Scott. We were told that Scott was handed a yellow card at halftime for dissent, so something to keep in mind here. He and Dogman had gone to the official at halftime and made a comment. So with that in mind, Scott playing on a card that fans did not see. Couple changes here. Brent Richards, his 200th game in the USL Championship, just a week after passing 15,000 minutes played in the league. And a former teammate of yours, right?
Yeah, I love Brent. Great personality, great leader on the field, and just one of those players that you know what you're going to get out of him. He's going to hustle. He's going to keep the ball for you. And to be honest, he can jump out of the building.
Thomas Among comes in as well. And there's the announcement. 200 appearances in the regular season for Brent Richards. Got a chance to, quote-unquote, go back home earlier this year. He came out of the Timbers setup, signed a homegrown deal there, got the chance to play in the Open Cup at Providence Park. You just have to assume would be a real coming of age kind of thing for him.
Oh, he's not that old.
33. We did a game earlier today where he said 32 was getting on in age.
Yeah, but Brent's one of those players that he might be 33, but.
Into Jamison. Jamison scuffed it. And that would have felt like a real dagger at the hour mark. Marancio ends up not having to do much at all.
Yeah, he hits the ground before the ball, doesn't get the power he wants. Needs to just slot that home. He doesn't need to go for power. Just put it to one of the corners, preferably far post. Just needs to maybe take another touch and just slot it by the keeper.
All right, you want to defend Brent's honor for another second? Well,
yeah, he doesn't play like he's 32. Look at him rolling on the ground.
That is a foul just outside the penalty area. But he has learned in his decade in the league, some arguments aren't going to be won. Go back and defend the set piece.
Yeah, he's not one for an argument. He puts his word in, then walks away.
Woloski asking, are we going to have 2 or 1 in the wall? Meanwhile, an eye on the edge of the penalty area there was off the ball. Won by Ruiz.
Dangerous free kick for RGV here to get back into the game.
If you're Shuttler, you have to protect that post, right?
Yeah, we saw it in the earlier game. San Diego keeper getting cheated near post.
He's splitting the difference right now. Ball lashed in front, and the leg of Juan David Cabezas closest to it. Shuttler is on top.
Great concentration by Shuttler not to get distracted with all those legs coming across. Keep his ground. A good save.
And meanwhile, there was a pile-up behind the play. Not bad service from Duilio Herrera.
Any little touch there puts him back in the game, 2-1. And there's a guy that I played with that loves a good argument, Seth Kasipli. Still arguing. And he's usually always right, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah. Smart guy. Reads the game well. Still arguing.
Well, that mustache can move all at once, but it's not going to change it. You know, it feels like we've got half of the 2018-2019 Reno 1868 team in this game, come to think of it.
We do.
Francois on that? Yep.
He was on one of those, yeah. Not sure it was with Brent and Cristiano.
Not that time for Among. Yeah, I think we don't give nearly enough credit to how good those teams were.
Yeah.
Ian Russell had them humming, some of the best offensive teams in league history.
Yeah, I remember battling with Dane Kelly that year for Golden Boot, and every time I looked at the score sheet, he had like 4 goals in one game. Reno winning over there 6-7-0 almost every game. I was like, what is going on?
I played a game against Galaxy 2. I think it was on the 4th of July where they racked up something like 7 goals.
Hence why I went to Reno.
Yeah, exactly. And bagged, was it 19 goals? Sipley's still not done with that argument.
Yeah, never will be. Still got, that ref's got 26 minutes to listen to him.
Header speared upward. RGV entered the penalty area, but that's quite short-lived. It's a Mong against Akwe, 1v1. RGV able to launch upfield. Richards. And Duilio Herrera with a tug. It is your last chance to get your very own season tickets here at the Champ. Enjoy exclusive events, a welcome gift, merchandise discounts, and more. You get them prorated for the rest of the season over at orangecounty.soccer.com/season-tickets. Aforementioned July 1st beer game. I'm sure there's a more clever way that they've gone about it. I've shortened it to beer game.
There you go.
Substitution here, we'll see Brian Olowski off. And this is going to come with it likely a change in formation. Morten Bjorschel comes in, the Norwegian player. Center back. Sub brought to you by Metaquip, turning setbacks into comebacks.
I think he just said 5 in the back.
You out here reading lips now.
Saw the 5 fingers go up.
You know, Orange County hasn't really, let's be very frank, defend many leads this year. And it is different when you make the change in formation. You can't go into neutral in these moments.
Yeah, definitely. They know they're up 2-0. They know that they don't need any more goals to win this game. They need to keep that shutout and get out of here with 3 points.
Good to see Bjorschel back in. It's only his 3rd appearance of the season. He has just been banged up throughout. Let's knock him down. That should look familiar. This time it's Peterson.
I don't know how many times they're going to do it before they learn. It's going to be a foul.
Meanwhile, the RGV bench is feigning simulation. Well, the game within the game. Orange County fans have longed to see this for quite some time. It has not been their year in that sense. Bryce Jamison is going to go for a leisurely stroll, and they had to play it, I suppose. It looked like it was going to get over the line.
Yeah, it's twice now in this game. Very interesting. Just leave it go out for a goal kick. One for a corner, and now one for Brent Richards' long throw.
Perhaps looking for Milan Olowski. Instead, RGV in pursuit of a goal that gets them back in the game. Slaloming run forward. Frank Lopez pushed away by Powers. Lopez kept it alive, slid across, and with 2 RGV players down, continues here. Pushed forward by Coronado, Ruiz. That's a throw for Orange County after what was a pretty wild run that 2 Toros are still down, including Cabezas, who is grinding away into the ground. Well, that is not the reaction you want to see. That is Cabezas wailing. Not sure about Cabezas. Looked like he was going down to try and get a piece of the ball and got whacked. I'm not sure there's a foul in it.
Yeah, I didn't see much. Just a 50-50 challenge.
Warren Carlson discussing the tactics here with 20 minutes to play. So let's see if we can get another look at this. 2 potential fouls on the play. Not sure there's enough in either of them. They both appear to be outside the penalty area, so that's not a question. Wilmer Cabrera leaning on the Massage Matters board.
Think they give you a massage?
I think he could use one. Matarse is helping off the RGV captain. You hope that's not a long-lasting thing. Cabezas really hobbled by it. Now he's saying he may well be able to continue. Are there really tags in the back of your socks like that?
No, it's got to be a shin guard, I think, or one of the sleeves.
Well, Cabezas was saying, hey, hold the sub, but
unless they're returning the socks after.
It's possible, I guess. Sub brought to you by MetaQuip. Hopefully this will be a swift comeback for Cabezas, but it won't be tonight. Jose Francisco Torres has come in, the former U.S. international. It was interesting talking to Brendan Burke about Torres' arrival in Colorado Springs in 2021. He talked about the amount of humility you get from a guy who's won Champions League 3 times, Liga MX 4 times, and been to a World Cup and multiple Gold Cups with the U.S. national team. And he comes to Colorado Springs and really embodies the team spirit.
Yeah, and you love to see that from a big-time player like that.
Because we've all seen it the other way.
100%. More times than not.
Got that feeling with Michael Orozco when he was here in Orange County. Guy who's scored at the Azteca against Mexico. You wouldn't blame him if his head was just a little bit further up in the clouds than everybody else. It never felt that way. And that's Coronado that got held up. This is the second change, by the way, second moment utilized by Rio Grande Valley. Torres wants the go-ahead. Here it comes. RGV maintained that briefly. Morancio, he's got to run half a field here. But Orange County can't get out of their own end. Bounce toward Ruiz. Got by Aquay. The race is on. He pulled himself back onside. Overlapping Oloski, Morancio the stop. And keeping it alive, Jamison. Although his back pass eventually falls to Richards. Mong did a lot of the damage on this buildup, and now Richards, Jamison, not on the same wavelength.
Great opportunity for OC there. Good hesitating run by Among to be able to lay it into his path to hit it first time. Good save by the keeper. Waits for him perfectly. Great layoff, great strike. I'm not sure what he's doing there, but if he can lay it back to Brent Richards to be able to hit it first time instead of playing behind him, have a good opportunity for OC there.
Yeah, you could see his mouth open as soon as he released that ball, as if to say, oh, I can't believe I missed him. A push there from Coronado. And that is not a restart. That ball from Torres was behind the play. And yellow card for dissent incoming. It's going to go to Ruiz. SoCal Gas yellow card at that. Elvis Osmanovic is not having it tonight.
Yeah, they're quick with yellow cards nowadays. I don't know how many I would have if I kept playing.
Bet you wouldn't have finished a few more games.
Yeah, I agree to that. Especially with kicking the ball away. That was a Corey classic.
Yep.
Especially when you're winning, I loved wasting time.
Oh wow, 42 cards in your career. I underestimated you, bud.
I bet you 2 of them have been for tackles.
That's Torres. There's 5 players camped around the same ball. He slid up. Maybe a second effort here from Bjorschel instead. That is Ruiz. Ruiz slippery. Bjorschel kept with him. Off of Bjorschel. Lopez. Cross-field, Akwe was still forward from that last set piece. And really no time to waste here if you're RGV. They've kept them all the way up. Coronado. Akwe. Torres. Coronado. Rolling inward back to Torres. Angles that to the backside. Header by Among. And Orange County is off to the races. Ball rolled forward. And stridently, that's a tackle and an immediate card to Peterson. It's 5 cards issued tonight. SoCal Gas is getting their money worth. Didn't realize you had exactly 1 red card in your career, and it wasn't a second yellow either.
No, oh yeah,
Omaha.
That was this year, or last year.
Yeah.
Got called back, got reversed.
Did it?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a horrible. It was like, I don't even know how to explain it.
Corey versus Pro.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
First ever straight red. And the worst part is I got subbed in at halftime.
Oh no.
Got the red card at 48, 49, but wasn't even close to being a red. I don't know what the ref was looking at.
Continues here for Orange County. That's Akwe keeping it away from Dogman. RGV still within striking distance. Lopez with Knockham in his wake. Got the cross away and Shuttler collects.
Lopez does unbelievable there. Need a runner to get across that front post just to get across the keeper. Maybe an easy tap in and it's 2-1. Great cross by Lopez. Does all the dirty work, but he needs one of those runners to get across.
top. The offside flag involved yet again. In here with a spin by Herrera. Passing Coronado, Davila, Herrera. And that's what you're supposed to do, just let it out.
Yeah. RGV could learn a little bit about that.
Well, if RGV falls here, it's only the second time they've lost in 5 road games this year. If Orange County win this one, it'll be just their 3rd win of the season, and with it, trip into 10th place and just 1 game out of the playoffs. One of those Orange County wins was that shocker over Sacramento, too. All of a sudden, Orange County looks like a team that's capable of knocking off anybody here on home ground. That's almost impossible. Offside.
Offside flag's been busy tonight.
No kidding. Lobbed in Herrera. Clearance off the head of Coronado. Torres pokes it wide. Akwe hammers the diagonal. Got away from Coronado. Among on a solo mission. Helps to force the turnover. Creative way to get this out to the other side.
If you're OC right now, you're just happy keeping the ball, making RGV run, try to keep this shutout, and just RGV can't score if you have the ball. So they're just going to be smart, but don't be too lackadaisical where you have a turnover and they come back and score.
Well, there's the turnover, but Torres can't capitalize. And Among has spent the majority of his night offside.
Arm's going to get tired raising that flag.
It's one of those nights. Kept off of Davila. Among was onside this time, but Akwe was wise. By Ruiz. Offside flag tonight has been up 10 times, 9 on Orange County. And a change here for OC. Try and continue to see this out. That's Coronado and Davila off. Tomas Ritondale places Coronado. Sub brought to you by Metaquip, turning setbacks into comebacks. And Ian Farrell comes on as well. And that's going to be it for RGV tonight. That's all 3 moments. We'll not get the chance to see Diego Rivera for the first time. Meanwhile, Milan Olaski, a goal and an assist in a game that Orange County really needed tonight. Mark McNulty comes in, dealt with illness here the last week and a half. Good ovation here for Olaski.
Yeah, played a great match, had a really good first half. Obviously with the goal and assist, great confident finish, and hopefully he can bring that confidence now to the next game and bring it within his teammates.
McNulty makes the 5th and final change for Orange County. They had already brought on an additional center back to go to 5 in Bjorschel.
I think they really want this shutout.
Couldn't agree more. There's a time where Orange County had the leakiest defense in the entire league, and all of a sudden here, you talk to them, they'll say, we've given up maybe 6 chances, 7 chances in the last 3 games. I'm not sure they've given up much of anything tonight. 0.13 XG for RGV.
Yeah, they played a solid defensive game tonight.
Offside number 10.
Well, now they fixed their defense. Maybe they can.
Yeah, this is
win
next.
A little bit time in the runs.
And you know what? It's not like it's the Premier League where, you need to go down inch perfect with the lines. I mean, most of these have been pretty clear. The one for Orange County that's really going to sting was the goal that was called back for Dogman. Although you would think the argument, because they ended up giving the assist on the previous one was an Olaski touch. It's possible his presence in an offside position influenced the goalkeeper on the Dogman goal, and maybe that's the belief there, because our view was pretty clear that Dogman himself wasn't off.
Only excuse they can have there.
Yeah. Flutters into the Orange County 3rd. Orange County is going to go away to Colorado Springs and then Tulsa and then Detroit. 3 straight road games. And they'll do so flying mile high. Torres. Unless, of course, they let this slip away somehow. That's Shuttler. He bobbled it with Ruiz on the prowl. It's kind of the other direction after Ritondale sort of put up, I don't know, it's an awkward cross.
Yeah, I should have dealt with that better. Fortunately enough, it falls to an OC player and not to an RGV. This would be an interesting last 5-6 minutes.
No kidding. In behind. At this point, it's a tad comical. Probably everyone but our AR.
Just getting more TV time than some players.
It's surely unintentional. It's just the nature of how Orange County is playing at the moment. I think it's now 7 offside to this end in the second half.
Yeah.
Chase Boone scored short out of halftime. Monterey Bay 2-1 up on Loudon. That's Peterson. Ruiz. Covered by Powers. Has looked really comfortable in the back. As we all know, not Dylan Powers' first or primary position.
Yeah, he's looked solid tonight. Just that leadership he brings, calmness on the ball from the midfield to the back 4. Can play him any type of ball in any position, he'll get out of it.
Shuttler comes forward to take the free kick, and Orange County SC will hit the road for the rest of May, but return home Saturday, June the 3rd. They've gotten that off. July the 1st. Match will be presented by Massage Matters. Angling along the top of the 18. Is that the finisher for McNulty? He'll continue to push for it. You just know McNulty wants one desperately at this point. Coming off a little bit of an illness, yet to score in his first now 8 games for Orange County. A little bit of competition. All of a sudden, that striker position gets real interesting.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed watching McNulty. He's so tricky. He's able to combine with guys.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Attempt to slice him behind. Jamison slides in. RGV torpedoing their way into the final third. Five added minutes. It's presented by the Zulfagari Law Firm. They're holding up the applause sign here in Irvine.
Don't hold it up too early, but
out of play for Wilmer Cabrera. He is his father's mini-me, isn't he?
yeah, I was just thinking of it. Yeah.
You know, sometimes you go, oh, they're clearly related, and sometimes you go, no, that's definitely his
spitting image.
His younger twin. That's unfortunate for Bryce Jamison. Now to touch throw for RGV. We've gone a minute and a half of the 5 added. Dangerous idea. Going with the Toros here. Aquay. McNulty reprising a different role. Diagonal cross. Richards.
Playing with Brent Richards, I don't think he's ever lost a header 50-50. Just got that about him, about getting up there, aggressive nature, times the ball perfectly.
Now, some guys a 50-50 sure feels like an 80-20.
Yeah, maybe 90-10. With me, 100% 0.
Serrell sees Shuttler 100% take control of that. 100-0 in which direction?
I'm not getting up anywhere near Brent.
That's a 0-100.
Yeah. I don't even think there would be a stat because I wouldn't even try.
It's an impressive stretch. This is Orange County in possession here. It's a brief respite. RGV continues to possess the ball here late, looking to create even a chance in the final 100 seconds. Slashed in behind by Ritondale. Ruiz. Now we're at that point, aren't we? Pitchforked into Ruiz. Somehow got that cross away. Nearly fell. Instead, it's Nadarce. Wins the threat and effectively seals the points here for Orange County.
Saw the idea. Great cross by Ruiz. Pops out here. You know what he's trying to do, but unfortunately catches the outside of his foot. Goes out for a goal kick.
Well, for Orange County, this was a really professional performance.
Yeah, from top to bottom. Finishing the chances they had early and then defending that lead for the last 45 minutes.
For RGV, they weren't without ideas, but ultimately the XG will prove it. They just didn't create all that much, and the mistakes they made proved too much tonight on the road.
Yeah, I couldn't break down OC's 4-4.
Header up there for Lopez. Shuttler lost it again, and Lopez had that denied. And Shuttler isn't the one who's going to seal this clean sheet. It's the defenders.
It's entering twice now in the last 10 minutes. Can't hold on to that ball. He's so nervous to get that clean sheet.
Ritondale available. Cerro. Well, this possession is all about keeping the shutout or not. In from Torres. And Orange County on this Saturday night inch up the standings and within a couple points of the playoff line. A 2-0 win for Orange County Soccer Club on home ground against RGV. Our man of the match is presented by Northgate Market, and it's Milan Olaski who gets the goal inside 5 minutes.
And you can't say much about the goal, but the touch across the defender, like I said, is brilliant. Sets up that touch, and then finish with his outside of the right foot. Great finish, great touch, great goal.
You know, we all know that Milan Olaski is an excellent player, but in the first conversation with the interim head coach, Morten Carlson, he said, we know how much potential he has. Can he show how great he is? A goal and an assist tonight for Milan Olaski. We'll wrap this one up on the other side of the break. A win Orange County desperately desired. One they get. Up the standings they go. It finishes 2-0.
From north to south,
East to west,
From Laguna Beach to Irvine,
De Buena Park a San Clemente.
and all 34 cities in between.
For the last 10 years, this has been
Orange County's own.
entertainment, community,
Campeones, Colors,
Press Pro Soccer Club.
Orange County's own Community Kit.
Here in Irvine, there's something for everyone. You can satisfy your sweet tooth here or here. Cool off with freshly picked berries or catch some rays. Get some post-worthy views or rock out with your friends. Raise your adrenaline or just relax. It's master planned with you in mind. Irvine awaits.
When you are killed by a drunk driver, you become nothing but a stick figure on a police report. Your death will be a story never to be told by you, and justice will never be served. Last year, nearly 13,000 stick figures were drawn by officers after a drunk driving fatality. It will take everyone to eliminate drunk driving, so that no one ever has to tell your story from a police report.
Full-time score is presented by True Path Loans, Huron Valley Sports, and ESPN Plus Orange County. A 2-0 winner over RGV, and a couple things can be true. RGV 512 passes, most in a game all year. They've also now failed to score in 3 games running for the first time since 2019. Corey Herzog, Mike Watts. We take a look at our full-time highlights. Start in the 4th minute. Goes all wrong for Aquay. Scott threads through Olaski.
Great touch across his defender there, sets up this easy finish, and a great finish by Olaski with the outside of his right foot.
5th goal of the season for Milan Olaski, most on the club. And the Golden Boot winner last year might just be heating up at the right time. 1-0 in 3 minutes, 55 seconds time. And OC get their earliest goal of the season. Skip ahead about 10, 12 minutes. And it's Peterson who does all this hard work to set it up.
And then Alaski's run across the near post opens up that back post, and just an easy tap in for him. Radio
Shantina, second goal of the season for the 19-year-old, who was very much part of the conversation for the Under-20 World Cup down in Argentina. And nothing for RGV in this second half. They end up with 0.45 expected goals, and they got 0.3 of those in second half stoppage time. Savi Law Group full-time. Match stats and chance for your final thoughts on this affair here, Corey.
Yeah, I thought it was a great game by OC defensively and offensively. Got the early goals, defended their goal great, and got those shutout and got those 3 points that they desperately needed.
And OC's picked up a couple clean sheets in a row. Don't look now, but the 2021 league champion is suddenly back in winning ways and moving up to 10th place in the Western Conference. Physical affair, plenty of cards tonight. These two teams went after it. True Pathlones. Final score once again is Orange County 2 and RGV 0. Fun experience out here in Irvine. Maybe less so if you're holding the cameras. For Corey Herzog, our entire team in Irvine and beyond, Mike Watts saying thanks for watching. And so long for now. Orange County 2-0 winner over Rio Grande Valley.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.